As your time here rapidly approaches, make the most of it, enjoy it, and I know your time is coming very soon, so we look forward to what comes next. And thank you again for your friendship. Hoops. You're one of the most professional pilots I've ever flown with. Your hard work of nearly single-handedly rewriting an entire three NATOPS manuals into one will have a resounding impact on our community in the foreseeable future. I appreciate that you are the one taking the reins of the C-12 community, and best of luck to you, Barbara, and the girls, and wherever you finish your chapter, and in this chapter, and where you want to, and I look forward to hearing from that as well, so thank you. Token, Marine, Travis, I've also enjoyed our conversations on how to fix our respective services, the overall issues of the world in general, but most of all, I've enjoyed watching you promote the field grade, and even more than that, I've enjoyed watching you become a father. So all the best to you and Rochelle and your bright future. To the sailors, civilians, and MLCs who come here at Westpac, nowhere else have I ever seen such a diverse group of personalities and backgrounds be such a coherent and effective team. It is easy to lose sight of the big picture of why we are here when the day-to-day grind puts us in a cubicle or behind a desk. But this team enables the warfighters to execute their missions and defend our country and our strategic alliances throughout the Pacific and the Middle East. So, as best I can do, please enjoy the rest of your day today off, and a 59 is also authorized tomorrow. To the Comfair Westpac boardroom, it has been a pleasure serving with all of you. It's been an honor, and I challenge you all to continue to do the small things behind the scenes that allow the operational units to accomplish their tasking throughout the AOR. To the Comfair Westpac Go Lodger, a better group of chiefs and a gunny I've never seen. Keep holding the standard and making tomorrow's nation leaders. It's been an honor. To the SAC, John, Kim, Frank and Frank, Moises, Brian, Don, and James by proxy. To you and all your families, thank you for being awesome neighbors, and most of all, I appreciate the plausible deniability on any outgoing water-filled ordinance rounds. To the pilots and aircrew of Vineyev and Sugi, it has been an absolute honor flying with every single one of you over the last 3 years. You're all consummate professionals, and I look forward to hearing great things from each one of you in your futures. I will miss most the ICS conversations on long flights, and one of the things I'm most proud of is introducing Petty Officer Abby to pop culture, especially the great classic Top Gun episode. All right, the Vertex guys here, they make it? No? All right. Well, to Tony, Nate, Ellis, Mike, Rick, and Craig, our Vertex maintenance team, awesome dudes, they're awesome. And as all the maintainers that are in the room today know, without those guys, pilots are just pedestrians with cool sunglasses and leather jackets. So, all right. Okay, that was the easy part. Now the hard part. My mom. Sorry, I'm still cold, so jumping water. Thank you for making the trip out here from Cincinnati, and thank you for raising me to be the man I am today. You and Dad set a great example for Jen and I of what hard work and personal initiative can do for an individual. I know Dad is looking down on us as always, and although the last 20 years have been a roller coaster for this family, you and your faith have always been a light to guide all those around you. I look forward to being closer to you and your many trips to Hawaii to see your grandkids. I love you. My sister Jane could not make it here today because she had just beaten cancer and is finishing up her last round of chemo. It is no surprise to me that she beat the disease because she's always been a fighter. I've got the scars and bruises to prove it. She's been an amazing supporter throughout my career from Annapolis to today, and thank you, sis, I love you. To Michael and Betty, it means the world to me that you traveled all the way from Brisbane to be here for this today. I appreciate all your support over the last 13 years, and I certainly look forward to future trips down under to see you guys, and I'm glad Hawaiian has a route to Brisbane. All right, that was the hard part, now the harder part. Melody, my rock, my love, my everything. Thank you for packing up the world you knew, stopping the job you were expert at, and moving halfway around the world and taking a chance on me in this daily adventure. You made me a better man, a better leader, and you gave me a whole new outlook on life. You truly filled a void I didn't even know I had. 10 moves in 13 years, no easy task. But here we are getting ready for the second to last. You have supported me through my highest and lowest moments. I feel lucky to have been there for all 3 of our wonderful children's births, but know how hard you worked during the 7th Fleet deployment and many road trips while here in Japan. You're an amazing mother to our 3 wonderful small humans to your left. And the proof of that is how good of our kids are. They are lucky to have you as a mom. If there is a moment that sums up my life for me, and on Christmas Eve 2012, I was deployed to, it was arduous sea duty, mind you, so I was deployed to Sigonella, Italy. It's how P3s go, arduous, I guess. But while deployed to Sigonella, Italy, I heard nothing about this at the moment, or the day after, or 2 days later, but later on as she's regurgitating the story, well, as all Navy families do when their spouses are away, they take care of each other. And so one of the families had 2 dogs that needed to be watched while they went back to the mainland of Hawaii. And so Mel graciously accepted to take these 2 dogs in. As most of you know, we've got a gray Weimaraner about the size of a horse, and so our puppy Wine was jumping around on one of these dogs and it nipped at her. And it cut her ear open pretty good. So blood going everywhere, mass hysteria, trying to figure out what to do. Well, at the time, there's a 2-year-old Sophie and a 10-month-old, 3-year-old Sophie and a 10-month-old Camille, and then 3 dogs. So Mel calls one of the other spouses in the command. They rush over to watch the kids so Mel can take the dog to the vet to get the ear suture. So on the way to the vet, traffic comes to a grinding halt, even though it's only a mile and a half from our house. Why, you might ask? Well, it's because President Obama's motorcade is getting ready to move down the road because it's time to go to dinner. So she had to sit there in traffic and wait for that. So finally she gets the dog to the vet, gets the dog fixed up, makes it back home. Would you believe me if this is just the start of the story? Because later on there was a medical emergency with Sophie a few minutes later, and Mel spent the rest of the night at the ER with Sophie. So this is just one day in my wife's life. And I didn't even know about it until she told me when I got back from deployment. And it was kind of like, oh yeah, that happens. And that's just the kind of person she is. She's a rock. I love you, babe. Thank you. Sophie, Camille, and Liam. In all my life, you are my proudest achievement. You 3 amaze me on a daily basis, and I am so proud of you all and the people you're growing to be. Sophie, you're going to be a courageous leader, and your wisdom continues to amaze me and outsmart me. Camille, you are an amazing soul with an infectious smile and boundless energy. You can achieve anything you put your mind to. And Liam, I'm always proud of the young man you are and the passion and humility that you have. But please always remember never to miss a chance to give Mom a kiss and a hug. I'm sorry for the many birthdays and special events I've had to miss in the last few years, and I certainly hope to make that up to you in Hawaii. All right, that's the hard part. Now to everyone, I just want to say, I really wish I had something profound to say, but you know that wouldn't be my style. I've always compared my career to surfing on a wave. Like you start the ride, and you get going, and you hope that you enjoy the ride, and you hope that you get off before you break up on the rocks, and then you hope that you get a nice walk off the nose of the board onto the beach, and that's kind of how I feel I am today. Over the last few weeks, I've had a chance to reminisce about classmates, shipmates, friends, and family. Their faces flashing through my mind, some continuing their careers, some moving on to new challenges, and some no longer with us. The Navy has been very good to me. It educated me, it gave me room and board, trained me, promoted me, put me at a beach party in 2004 with a certain Australian officer, and it provided she and I with the resources to have 3 kids and raise them comfortably. Being a part of something so much bigger than myself has given me purpose and a drive to think beyond me and see the greater picture. I just want to say to everyone who has been part of my career from Annapolis days to today, thank you. I am standing here today having been molded and guided by all of those whom I have served with. It has been an honor to serve this great nation, an honor to serve with all my shipmates, and an honor to say farewell here today. Thank you all, and aloha.
Please be seated. Bosun, stand by to pipe the sound. This order has been passed on naval ships from the 1500s through today. Spanish, French, Dutch. Yes, all the navies of the world use the bosun, sideboys, and call to bring aboard or send ashore all ships' company's officers, visiting officers, dignitaries, and VIPs. The side boys would haul on the ropes to raise or lower the boarding platform so officers would not have to climb the rat lines, which were hanging over the side and used by the enlisted crew when going ashore or to get aboard. This honor was extended to visiting officers, dignitaries, and port officials. It was not uncommon for the commanding officer of a ship to order up the jolly boat, a crew of 8 strong backs, side boys, and a bosun to send an old shipmate and fellow officer to his shore retirement. Home, never to sail on naval ships again. All hands on deck was passed, speeches were made about great victories, battles fought upon the sea, raging storms weathered, and voyages to distant and strange lands and ports of call others only dreamed about. Then, a fine sword, a brace of pistols, a rifle or musket, or maybe a sea chest of fine wood and bound in brass, was presented to remind him of the crew and ships he had served with. The bosun would stand tall beside boys, the retiree would request permission to go ashore, step to the platform, and the side boys would lower away. As the jolly boat pulled away, the gunner would fire a salute from the ship's main battery. The retiree sat in the stern sheets going ashore. Today, our Navy has given up most of the pomp and circumstance, the honors, traditions, and freedom to do these things from the past. But we still heave to, stop all engines, lay about smartly, and drop anchor to pay honor to one of our shipmates going ashore. To honor the years served, the guidance, the leadership, the friendship, and the expertise that this shipmate has freely given these 20 years.
For 20 years, this man stood the watch. Yes, some of us were in our bunks at night. This shipmate stood the watch. But some of you were in your schools, learning your trade. This leader stood the watch. Yes, but some of you weren't even born in this country yet. This father stood the watch. When the storm clouds of war ruin on the horizons of history, this warrior stood the watch. Many times he passed the guy ashore to his families, standing there, needing a hand to hold, yearning for his guidance. This right there still stood the watch. He stood the watch for 20 years so that we, our families, our fellow countrymen and women can sleep soundly in their beds at night, knowing that the sailors stood the watch. Today we say, shipmate, you stand relieved by those you led, guided, trained, and loved. Commander Jimmy Crashfield, you stand relieved. We have the watch.
Side boys, post. With the posting of the side boys and the bosun, Commander Brassfield will be piped ashore for the last time. Will the guests please rise and remain standing for the remainder of the ceremony? Military members covered. The Officer White will now deliver the benediction.
Bless us, Lord, before we go our separate ways. Commander Brassfield, Melanie, and their families look with pride and satisfaction upon his 20 years of faithful service in support of freedom and defense of this great nation. As we congratulate and thank Commander Brassfield, we look to you, Father, that he and all those who serve may inspire us to likewise give heroically of ourselves for our country. Bless Commander Brassfield's family and every family with abundant gifts of faith, hope, and peace. Amen.
Commander Brassfield will now request permission to go ashore for the last time from Captain Holzer. Commander James P. Brassfield, United States Navy, retired, departing. Navy family, departing. This concludes the retirement ceremony. On behalf of Commander Brassfield, thank you very much for taking part in this time-honored ceremony. Please join us for cake and light refreshments at the rear of the hangar.